Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's do this problem right here. The question is asking, um, question is saying the block attached to a spring with K is equal to 400 Newton per meter at T is equal to 0 second, and also they have provided the initial displacement, initial velocity, and initial acceleration. And they are asking for the frequency, mass, and the amplitude, also the phi, shift angle. And let's see how we can find it. So first of all, what I can do to find the frequency, I can make a relationship with these equations. Let's create equations. So first of all, the displacement equation, that is x is equal to xm cos omega t plus phi, and other equations are going to be simply the derivative of this one. So if I take the velocity equation, that's going to be derivative of displacement equation, that's going to be minus omega xm sine omega t plus phi, and the acceleration equation is going to be derivative of velocity equation, that's going to be a is equal to minus omega square xm cos omega t plus phi. So we have three sets of equation. Also we know that this total value is equal to this value, so we can plug x4 instead of these values right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one, a is equal to minus omega square. Instead of these values, I plug the x. So from this one I can find the frequency. You can also use this one, whichever one, it doesn't matter, it will give the same answer. So let's do this one. So we know that a is equal to minus omega square x, and we had to find the frequency. So we know that omega is equal to 2 pi f. So this is the way we are going to find the frequency. So let's take the omega to the one side and bring others to the other side. So if I do that, this is going to be omega square is equal to a over x, and this is going to be minus, right? And what I can do now, now if I find the value of this one, we have minus, acceleration is provided right here, that's minus 160. So minus 160 over the distance, that's 0.1, and if I divide this one by this, that's going to be positive 1600. So we have omega square is equal to 1600. Therefore we know this is equal to 2 pi f square is equal to 1600, and if I take the square, if you square root both sides, this is going to be 2 pi f is equal to square root of 1600, and that is equal to 40, right? That is 40 over, so if I take f right here, so 40 over 2 pi, that is equal to 20 over 5, and if I calculate this value, this one comes out to be 6.37 hertz. So we have the frequency right now. So this is the answer for the A part. Now we have the B part. So there are so many relationships we can form. We can also create this equation, that's minus kx is equal to ma, or we can use omega square is equal to km. So since we have omega square is equal to 1600, we can use that one. So let's bring the mass to the other side. So mass is going to be equal to k over omega square. K is provided 400. Omega square we found out right here, that is 1600. So 1600, if I divide 400 by 1600, that's going to become 1 over 4, and that is equal to 0.25 kilogram. So we have found the B right here. So now we have to find the amplitude and the shift angle. So in this case, it's easy to find this one first and then substitute and find this value. Let's see how we can do this. First of all, we have these equations right here, these two equations, also this equation. So when the time is equal to 0, this value will be eliminated, omega t. So we can create new equation, that's x is equal to xm, because we know the time is equal to 0, right? So when these values are when time is equal to 0, so we know that xm is going to be equal to cos phi, because omega t times omega, 0 times omega, that will be eliminated. So we have the new equation, that's x is equal to xm cos phi. Now velocity equation, v is equal to minus omega xm sine, now omega t is going to be eliminated, it's going to be sine phi. Now I can rearrange this one and bring this to the other side, because the reason I'm doing is we have two unknowns right here. We have phi unknown and amplitude unknown. So we have to eliminate one of these to find the other one. So first of all, I'm going to eliminate the amplitude. So let's see how we can do it. So first of all, I'm going to bring the omega and the minus sign to the other side. So this is going to be minus v over omega is equal to xm sine phi, xm sine phi. So let's say this is equation 1, this is equation 2. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide each other. So let's bring this to this side. So I'm going to divide the second equation by first equation. So if I divide that, I will get minus v over omega x is equal to xm sine phi over xm cos phi. So in this case, xm cancels. Now we have left with tan phi, sine phi over cos phi, that's going to be tan phi. So tan phi is equal to minus v, this is minus v. So tan phi is equal to minus v omega x. So we have the velocity right here that's provided, so we can substitute that one. This is going to be minus 16 over omega. So we know that omega square is equal to 1600, therefore omega is equal to 40. We are just square rooting, right? So if I do that, this is going to be 40 times x is provided right here, that's 0.1. So I'm going to substitute that one right here, 0.1. So this is going to be equal to 16 over 4 equal to 4. So we have tan phi is equal to 4, so therefore phi is going to be equal to, I'm doing the d part, first I'm finding the phi, then I substitute that one and find the xm. So let's see. So we have phi, so we have tan phi is equal to 4, phi is going to be equal to tan inverse 4, and if I find this value, this one comes out to be 75.96 degree. Now what I can do is I can substitute this one into the first equation. So we have this equation right here. I'm going to substitute this phi in this equation and find the xm value. So if I calculate, so we know that so I'm doing the c part right here. C part is, if I bring this equation right here, this is going to be x is equal to xm cos phi. So we have to find the amplitude. So xm is going to be equal to x over cos phi. So x is 0.1 cos 75.96 degree, and if I calculate this value, this one comes out to be 0.41 meter. That's the amplitude, and we have found everything. We have found frequency, mass, xm, and the phi, and that's how it's done. I hope you guys liked this video. See you next time.